Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Sheldon Barlett-Rumer, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. I am so excited to be able to do this with you each and every day. I'm the CEO and executive producer of This Is It Network. We connect remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do that through our community, our content, and our real connections. And I'm so excited about a couple things that we've got going on. We are churning and burning with the new platform. It's taken a little longer than I had thought for me to upload and edit and do all these, do all the updates to the platform. So it is a little bit delayed, let's just say. Not by much, but just, you know me. I'm tough on myself. I would like to get things moving a little bit quicker, always and forever. And I'm just trying to be patient with myself. Today's morning message. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today's morning message is about running your own race. And when I mean that, it's being consumed with the competition that you have in your space. I believe that the majority of us, good morning, Megan, how are you? The majority of us, good morning, Orinthia. The majority of us are consumed. Thank you. I like the top two. The majority of us are consumed with what everybody else is doing. We're consumed with what everybody else is doing. How many followers, how many fans, how many likes? What did your competition do? Not even your competition. What did your friend do? What did they post? What didn't they post? What are they, and I think that it's truly just a simple distraction and affording us the ability to not take care of what it is that we need to take care of. Good morning, Kelly. And I think that that becomes dangerous in what it is that we're doing. Orinthia is on today, and you guys know that Orinthia and I used to run together. The photo of us running together is over there. We used to run together. We used to run track. I was a sprinter, past tense. I was a sprinter. And we were always designated lanes. Even in the longer spaces, we were designated lanes. And even though I knew, I had researched the people that I was running up against, Ocean City was a huge competitor of us, at least back in the day. I ran for Apsagaming High School in Galloway Township, New Jersey, if any of you are familiar. And so we would do our research on the runners that we were running up against, right? We would do our research on the runners we were running up against in Ocean City, right? We would say, okay, so-and-so runs X amount of time, run X amount of time. We did that before the gun went off. Before we started, before we were involved in this space, we did the research on who was running against us. Good morning, Renee. Not during the race. Not during the race was I looking left and right and being like, where are they? Are they coming? I was focused on my race. I was focused on the finish line. I was focused on winning. There is something to be said for researching and knowing who you are competing against. There is something else to be said to be consumed by them while you are in fact running the race. If you were to turn left and right while you were actually running the race, I would have ultimately fallen down. And the same thing applies as you build your business. The same thing applies as you navigate your social media space. If you are consumed with what everyone else is doing, you will fall down. You will get confused. You will get tripped up. And what will happen is that you will land on your face and you will be the one to blame. Everyone else isn't running your race. No one else is in your lane. No one. Zero people. Physically, in the analogy of track and field, one person can fit in one lane at one time. So I need you to run your race in that space. I need you to look at what it is that you want, and I need you to go for it. The research before, right, is fine. The reflection of, okay, this one has an aspirational brand. I'd like to participate in that. This one is doing this over here. That's something that maybe I'd like to entertain. But while you are in the race, while you are suited up and the gun goes off, you must stay in your lane. You do not have the option of being consumed with what everybody else is thinking, what everybody else is saying, what they need from you, what they don't need from you. You are running your race. And for the duration of that time, you must be focused. You cannot look over your shoulder. Where are they? Are they coming? You are focused in such a way that affords you the ability to get closer to what it is that you want. I know that it's hard. because X amount, this person has X amount of likes and I don't really understand. And I started, good morning, Colleen. Good morning, Naomi. How are you? I started before them, and why do they have more followers? And why do they have more this? And I want to take pictures like that. And I need another, all of it. A distraction so you don't have to worry about your race. You're blaming everyone, this one, that one. I don't have all of those things. We must focus on the race in which we are running. We must focus on what we have, the resources we have, the strengths we have, the gifts we have, and utilize all of those to bring good things to the table. It is easy, especially now, in this cluttered space we call the World Wide Web, where everyone is one-upping everyone on a daily basis, and everyone is looking for more and more and more, and there's a hunger for us to be able to have more likes, more followers, more friends, more retweets, more shares. There's a hunger for that. And I find myself being intoxicated in it as well. So I'm saying this knowing that I have to listen to it too. You get consumed with what other people are doing or the success metrics that other people have for you. And what happens in that space is that you refuse and do not run your race. Or while you are running, you are looking and critiquing yourself based on the race of other people, based on what other people are doing, the tempo of what they're running, the space of what they're running. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We don't have the time to do that. You want to run your race the best way you know how, the way you've conditioned to run your race, the way you've trained to run your race, all the work, sacrifice, and effort, only to be tripped up by worrying about your competition seems sad to me. It seems like a waste of time to me. All of the worries, right, that you have cannot be given to people. In a lot of cases, you don't even know. You don't even know these people. And they are dictating subconsciously what you are doing with your brand, with your life, with your profession, with your career, when you should simply be running in your own lane. You should be paying attention to what it is that you are doing. Paying attention to your goals and objectives and what that looks like. Understanding the resources that you have, and focusing and applauding the training that you've had, right? Like, wouldn't it be so sad? I'm going to rewind to 1994, 9 to 5, right? In that space. If I were to continue to train and train and train and train and run and run and run, only to finally get the opportunity to win that race, but so consumed with my competition that all that training goes to waste. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. You go to post something and then you're worried. You're worried about your competition and what they're doing or what they're not doing. You're concerned about whether or not it will be received in the way in which it was placed out into the world, more so based on your competition instead of those that are waiting for you at the finish line. There's beauty in that. There's beauty in running your own race. There's comfort in it because you can tap into your training. You can tap into your why. You can tap into understanding why you're there in the first place. You can remember how to move your arms and how to lengthen that stride. And you can't worry about who is in lane 2 or lane 4. If you're in lane 3, you are aimed to win, and it's a space that you need to be in. That's what I want from all of you. I want you to focus on the race in which you are running. Surrender to the competition. Leave it. The community that belongs to them will belong to them. The clients that belong to them will belong to them. And there's a sense of comfort that you can gain. Good morning, Michelle. In the community that belongs to you. We get consumed with what everyone else is doing. This person is doing this, that person's doing that, that influencer has X amount of likes, the influencer posted 6 times a day. And what happens is in that analysis paralysis that we keep ourselves in, is that we don't move forward. We don't find our own voice because we are waiting to be justified by people who we do not know, people who aren't on our team, people who couldn't even make the team or aren't even in the heat that we are running. And it becomes dangerous for our own success. We're consumed with what everybody else wants us and wants from us, or what we think everybody else is doing. It becomes a dangerous thing. And all I encourage you to do is to run your own race and stay in your lane. This is not to limit you. This isn't to limit you. This is to have you actually focus on what it is that makes sense. Have you focus on the gifts that you've been given, the strengths in which you have, the business in which you've created, the training in which you've gone through. It would be a pity. It would be a shame if you had gone through all that training. A lot of you invested all this money, invested all this time, only to now not post because of what somebody else is doing, not share because of what somebody else is doing, not be able to throw the event because of what somebody else is doing. It's a shame. It's a shame. And they have nothing to do with you, nothing. And the saddest part about it is that most of the time they're not worried about you at all. They're not worried about you at all. Run your race, stay in your lane, arrive for yourself. Be in a position where you can feel comfortable at the finish line, look back and be like, I did my best. And that also doesn't mean that you're going to win every single time. And it doesn't mean that you're going to get more fans or followers or friends, but that means you're going to stay focused on your goals and objectives. That means you're going to understand why you're doing what you're doing. You're going to take care of the community that is taking care of you because you are not worried about all of the other outside things in which you cannot control. You are going to stay in your lane. You are going to run your race. I'm excited that I needed this today because I did, because I get distracted too. You guys are not alone. You know, as I've mentioned multiple times, this is a selfish act, this morning message for me, because it's usually based on and stems from something I need to hear, that I need to live in and sit in at least for 15 minutes. And I knew that that was true. Good morning, Karen. And running your own race is beyond important, especially now when the currency on likes and follows and fans means you're wealthy. It means you have all that you need. But that's not necessarily the case, and we begin to compare our communities with other communities when you should solely be taking care of the community in which you have. Stay in your lane. Run your race. Use what you've learned, the training and commitment that you have to the brand in which you are building in order to get yourself to the finish line. And my goal is to be there waiting for you. Is to be in a space to cheer you on, to give you the accolades and congratulations as you focus on what it is that you want. For me here, the morning message means a lot more to me than just inspiring you each and every day. I show up each and every day so you can maintain. It's not about being inspired, it's about staying motivated. And my morning messages afford me the ability to do that. And I hope that you find some inspiration each and every day, followed by some motivation each and every other day as you follow, fan, and like everything we've got going on. I'm Sheldon Bartlett Rumor, and this is it. Don't forget to follow, fan, and like me everywhere you find at This Is It TV, and log on to thisisItTV.com for more information. If you'd be interested in working with me and need some help with your personal branding, I'd love to be able to help you, whether it be one-on-one or through our community. Our community is now open and ready to go. We meet twice a week, and I am able to assist you with all of your personal branding as well as connect you to some wonderful IT experts. All the information can be found within the post. Click, click, click away, and reach out to me for more information. Again, I'm Sheldon Bartlett Rumor, hoping all of you find your marketing voice, begin to tell your stories, no longer whisper your wishes, and scream your dream. Take care. Bye-bye.